everyone and welcome back to Chai Talks. We are coming to you from beautiful Palermo. And today we have a very special guest who is one of the masterminds behind the projects here. Please welcome Gloria, one of the key projects managers at Ultra Tunes. Gloria, thank you for joining me over a cup of tea today to talk about what it's really like to bring young people together from all over the world. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Murat, for inviting me to this beautiful podcast. I apologize to all the listeners because I've been having so much fun and now I have a cold and I have a stuffy nose. So my voice is a little weird. No. Well, it's absolutely and very exciting and emotional and empowering feeling to have all these young people gather together to follow a project. And find common aims and goals. So I was very excited, and also the beauty of it stays in the intercultural side of it. So we have so many people with so many different backgrounds, and it's very exciting, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome again.
Thank you.
Okay, I have questions, and one question. Gloria, you see these projects from the very beginning, from the planning phase to the final goodbye. What is the most rewarding part of being a manager during this intense 7 to 10 days?
Wow, there are so many things that feel rewarding, and I'm a very emotional person. So whenever I see people, I think the thing that made me feel the most rewarded was seeing people feeling okay with being vulnerable. So especially the people that said that we're not really able to feel their emotions, see them not necessarily cry, but also be very concentrated and very in touch with their emotions. That made me think, okay, we're doing a great job. But also like smaller things like them coming to us and saying the food was amazing, or going to the beach all together and experiencing these things. This was very rewarding. Also, being from Palermo, seeing people coming from many different places appreciate my country, my city, and my land was very nice for me. But yeah, emotionally speaking, the engagement with the activities was my favorite and most rewarding part.
Yeah, thank you. Second question is, youth exchange really heavily on non-formal education. For those who have only ever been in a traditional classroom, how would you describe the way people learn during a youth returns project?
So, non-formal education would technically also, it could also be led by people that don't have a specific qualification for what they're doing. But we were lucky enough to have somebody like Christine that has a qualification, but didn't use it in a professional way. So, of course, she was very professional, but in a very welcoming and friendly way. She wasn't working. She was just experiencing everything with all the others. And I think theater, storytelling, but also I think the learning process takes place also during the lunch break, during the coffee break. So, of course, during the activities, these informal and or better non-formal methodics were very efficient, but learning doesn't never stop. So I think all of you guys and us, I've been learning so many things. It keeps going throughout the whole process, 24/7.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And third question, is there a specific moment in a project, maybe a certain activity or a workshop, where you usually see the ice break and the group truly becomes a family?
Wow.
What do you think?
Wow, what a nice question.
Yeah, the questions is...
What a nice question. I think yesterday during the activity of the inner child coming out, I saw everybody being very participant. And the fact that we also paired the childhood object with a picture of us as children, I think it made us feel like not only we got to know the person during these 10 days, but we can also have an insight on the person when they were younger. And putting a face to that image was very nice. And probably yesterday, this activity was more lighthearted, even though it was very emotional anyways. But one of the activities was also where we explored our safe space, our positive space, and a place of not necessarily our childhood, but when we guided our partner towards that place, and then we all talked about it. I feel like that was very emotional. I saw many people blowing their nose, wiping their eyes, and and it was at the very beginning. So I also think that was important because it put the basis to develop an even better connection within all the participants. Yes.
Yeah, and actually the activity icebreaker is the fixed point, right?
Sorry?
It's the fixed point.
Yes, absolutely. Because from there's no going back.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is, people see the fun workshops and the cultural nights, but as a manager, what is one challenge of running a project in Palermo that the participants might never notice?
Okay, that's actually a good question, like the others. All of them were very good questions.
Thank you.
But I think this is very important to me because it's the first time I coordinate a project, and I was very scared because, especially logistics. So when are we going to that place? What are we going to eat? How many people are eating? What are their eating preferences and needs? That is the most tricky and stressful part, because I think our goal was to provide the best service as possible. So we wanted to make everybody happy, but of course, there are certain rules of organization that we have to follow. So maybe people don't see, I'm not saying that they don't see the effort, because everybody was very grateful. And I know, we're putting a lot of effort into this, but maybe they thought I was handling these things easily. Instead, I was very stressed, especially the first few days, because I still had to adjust to these new tasks. So I think the most hardest part is to always make sure that everybody is happy and comfortable with not only the activities, so not only the more psychological and pedagogical part, but also with the accommodation, with the food, with the city, because luckily it hasn't happened during this project. But once I had a friend from Germany come over and visit me, and she was like, "Oh, Palermo is so dirty. There's so much traffic. I was expecting something different." And I was like, "It's my city. I wish I could show it to you with the best of what you can see." And luckily, you guys have experienced the best parts of Palermo. So
I think Palermo is really beautiful.
Oh,
city.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I also agree. Even though now I live away from Palermo, these days have been beautiful because I'm back in my hometown. So
Okay. And next question is about cultural exchange.
Yeah.
We have people here from various backgrounds.
Yeah.
How do you ensure that everyone feels included and that their culture is truly represented and respected?
All right. So I think at the basis of our project, but I would say at the basic of daily life, there's communication. So what I suggest and what we've been saying is always try to communicate your needs and communicate what feels right to you, and especially what feels wrong to you. Because especially in a very big group, if somebody feels uncomfortable, if they feel like they're not being seen, maybe you try to keep an eye on everybody, but you cannot really, if it's not something very obvious, you might not know that the person is feeling left out. So I pray and I ask to communicate those feelings so that we can do our best to let everybody feel included and to take the best out of the cultural exchange. For example, the Bora Bora rule. So speaking English when we are in a group of people that have different mother tongues, but at the same time asking to speak to each their own language, to learn some new words, to tell jokes in a different language. And the intercultural night, I think it's a very important part because we not only get to hear the language, but we see traditional clothing, we try traditional food. Food is at the base of life.
It's the best.
And it's so delicious and it's so different.
Yeah.
And thank universe for bringing Turkish delight to Palermo.
Yeah.
That was delicious. Even though I already had them, but oh my God, that was so nice. And everybody could try different cultures and traditions. I think, yes, at the basis is communication. So if you feel left out or if you want to share more, for example, we are 5 countries in this project, but many people are also from countries that are apart from the 5 countries, which are, as you know, Italy, Germany, Spain, Turkey, and Denmark. And at the very beginning, we hadn't planned to have also a Pakistani and Ukrainian side of it. But they expressed this will to do it. They wanted to do it. And of course, we were so happy. We had to modify our schedule a little bit, but we managed to welcome any culture. And that was beautiful. The wedding,
Really beautiful.
the dances, all the candles around the room, trying the foods. Yes, I think and also very important thing, whatever luckily it didn't happen during this project, but if we were to see some disrespect towards one of the cultures, that is not something that we would have closed our eyes on. We would have addressed it, because you should never disrespect somebody else and their origins and their culture, but especially in a youth exchange, that's so important, because we're
really
here.
Important.
We're here to meet other cultures and spread awareness. So, but luckily nothing bad like that happened. We are all very happy and very, we created a big community. So I'm very happy.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And the other question is, how do you think participating in a youth exchange changes a person's career or life path after they go back home?
Wow. I think it leaves you with, hopefully, a consciousness that you didn't have before, especially during this project, we're focusing on mental health. So some of you maybe had some instruments already because maybe they went to therapy or they studied certain topics. Some of you were new to this type of exercises. So I hope that the methodology was efficient and left a mark in each one of you. But also, speaking of youth exchanges in general, I think the non-formal techniques make it easier to grasp the content. And it's also easier to spread it in your own community, because you don't, as we said before, you don't have to be a professionist. You just have to be a human being that confronts himself with another human being and learns new things. So I think it's easy to spread what we learn, and it shouldn't be a task. It should be a pleasure. To go back home and be like, oh, you know, I did this and that, and I learned about this thing, and I can teach you if you want. I can show you more than teach you, because it's not about being teacher and student, but it's about being even on the same level, ready to observe information and new ways of seeing life. So I think youth exchanges are very important.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay. And the final.
Wow. Let me take a sip of my tea.
Okay. If a participant is feeling nervous or shy on day one, what is the glorious secret to help them open up and enjoy the experience?
Well, the glorious secret would probably be, I am always, and I say always, here for you. I'm here to listen to what you have to say, but I'm here to listen to your silence, which is very important, because professionally speaking, I'm a speech therapist, so a speech and language pathologist. So I focus on language. But what many people don't know is that we also focus on communication, which doesn't necessarily mean language. You can talk, you can express yourself through your body language, your eyes, your facial expressions. If it's too hard for you to open up verbally. I can hold your hand if you're comfortable with it. I can hug you if you're comfortable with it. We can sit and stare at each other and try to find a common way to feel more comfortable and to take in all the information and emotions that the project is going to offer us. So I feel very lucky and grateful to have engaged with people that were more open and shared very personal experiences. But I also feel very grateful for all the smiles I received from people that were maybe a little more shy, but would always check up on me as much as I check up on them. And during an activity where I was personally crying, seeing somebody giving me a welcoming and warming look, that was beautiful. So I think my secret would be, I'm here for you, yes. In any way you want to express yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you, Murat. Thank you so much.
Okay. Do you have any last talks you want to say?
As I was saying before, I just want to thank everybody. Thank you, because this is a dream come true. We've been working on this project for more than a year, and it was hard because, as we've told you before, but the listeners don't know, Youth Ratoons is made of 4 young people. It's Giovanni, Christine, Gloria, and Elisa. And we were in Rome, Catania, Brussels, and Rotterdam, in all different places of Europe, on our computers, doing our meetings and scheduling everything, writing the project. And finally, we arrived here and we're all together with this beautiful big group of 30 people. And it couldn't be better than this. Oh, thank you. As I said, without you, without the group, this couldn't be possible. Because, okay, we can prepare everything, but if the group is yawning, if the group is not paying attention, if the group shows an interest, it can happen. Instead, everything was perfect, and I'm very happy that we are at the end of the project and I can look back and everything was perfect. But I'm also so sad that it's over. But I know that we are collecting memories, and not only the memories are stuck in my heart, but we also have photos we can look at, and videos, and the memories, the actual materials that we're creating all together. So whenever I will miss you, I know I have something to look back at. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Gloria, it's been such a pleasure hearing the manager's side of the story. It makes us appreciate the effort that goes into every single workshop and activity even more. Thank you for sharing your time and your passion with the Chai Talks community. And to all listeners, remember that every great journey starts with a bit of courage and a good conversation.
Absolutely.
Keep your tea warm and stay curious. See you in the next episode.
Thank you. Woo! That was so fun.
Thank you.